Welcome back to Views with Teacher Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So we see that's been breaking all morning that Donald Trump, who's the former president of the United States, stated on Truth Social that he'll be arrested on Tuesday. But the thing is, he also stated that he's calling for protests and a few other so far just no protests. Okay, so it's hitting the mainstream media outlets hard, of course, obviously, but it's going to the a bold prediction of a certain how can I say mainstream business mogul or entrepreneur, if you will. So CNN reported that Trump says he expects to be arrested Tuesday as New York law enforcement prepares for possible indictment. Okay, so of course we're going to see that CNN as well as Fox News are going to both show their biases. Okay, so of course, we're going to see that CNN is going to speak things out against Trump, and then we're going to see Fox News possibly speak out things for Trump. Okay, but it states here that in the social media posts, Trump referring to himself saying the leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States will be arrested on Tuesday of next week. Protest, take our nation back, he wrote. So then it stated here that and it's interesting here because it says here that CNN's John Miller reported that meetings have been going on throughout the week among city, state, and federal law enforcement agencies in New York City about how to prepare for a possible indictment of Trump in connection with a years-long investigation into a hush-money scheme involving adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Okay, so it's interesting, like kind of like that Roger Stone thing where the FBI were arresting him and they were at the house before and it's like how they get tips to that. It seems to me that that CNN were tipped off by somebody at the FBI, but that's a different story for a different day. Now it says here that any indictment of the former president who was running for re-election in 2024 would mark a historic first and quickly change the political conversation around an already divisive figure. So they're calling Trump divisive. Now, granted, he's actually said a few things here and there that are a bit crazy and everything, but it seems to me that he's actually been united people, but he might have been against him, but he's been united people as well. And then we also see that, it's interesting the fact that those who are a part of the mainstream or the establishment, they're the ones who have to speak out against them. But some of the people who are mainly his supporters, But that's also another story for another day. It says here again, any indictment of the former president who was running for re-election in 2024 will mark a historic first and quickly change the political conversation around an already divisive figure. While Trump has an extensive history of civil litigation both before and after taking office, a criminal charge would represent a dramatic escalation of his legal woes as he works to recapture the White House. In other words, they're looking to go ahead and charge him so that way he won't have to run for re-election in 2024. Now it's not stated or clear why he think he'll be arrested, but he just made the announcement. Okay, but he's basically, it says here that he's looking to agitate his team to get the base riled up and to go ahead and make moves and everything, and believes that an indictment would help him politically. Well, a lot of people are actually thinking that, because guess what? Elon Musk predicts Trump will win re-election and a landslide victory if he's arrested. This is coming from Fox News, by the way. Musk predicted a landslide victory if Trump is put in handcuffs. Okay, so Twitter CEO Elon Musk today predicted that former President Donald Trump will be reelected in a landslide if he is indicted or possibly arrested and potentially handcuffed next week. If this happens, he says, Trump will be reelected in a landslide victory. So he tweeted that. Musk was reacting to a Fox News segment which detailed how the Manhattan District Attorney's Office has asked for a meeting with the law enforcement ahead of a possible Trump indictment of next week. According to a court source, the meeting was requested Thursday and hasn't been set. The meeting is to discuss logistics for some of the time next week, which would mean that they are anticipating an indictment next week. The source familiar with the planning said Secret Service is expected to take the lead on what they will allow and won't allow. For instance, the decision whether to handcuff Trump. Okay. So this is basically on something I could have sworn might have been resolved like years ago, or by anything else, or I guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong because there might have been a lot of things happening under the rug. Now here's more of what Trump said on what he wrote on his truth on social media site. He says now illegal leaks from a corrupt and highly political Manhattan District Attorney's office, which has allowed new records to be set in violent crime and whose leader is funded by George Soros, and indicate that with no crime being able to be proven and based on an old fully debunked by numerous other prosecutors fairy tale, the far and away leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States of America will be arrested on Tuesday of next week. Protest and take our nation back. Seems to me that CNN didn't include the full post. This is interesting. As I told you all before, Fox News and CNN will both show the bias. That's why I have this channel, so that way I can have no agenda, no political leanings or motivations. It's just straight news. That's included my commentary as well. So honestly, it's not my job to go ahead and decide what to make of this. Like as to get you to change your minds. You all already have your thoughts and opinions about Trump, as well as Republicans, Democrats, Joe Biden, so on and so forth. It's not my job to sway you. Okay, you make that decision yourself. I'm not going to convince you who to vote for, but I'm the messenger out there to reveal to you the motives, the agenda, and that the establishment, whether it be politicians or even the establishment media, have. And then you go ahead and take it and decide which way you want. Okay. So let me know your thoughts about this whole thing. Do you think that this is actually going to be something that's going to help Trump to win re-election, or is this going to make him go down as the first political candidate to be arrested, who's a former president? Okay. Also, what do you think about the agenda or the motives of the mainstream media like CNN or even Fox News? Let me know your comments in the chats below. Excuse me, your thoughts in the comments below. Also, let me know what I went wrong in the video, and also if you have any additional thoughts or things that I did not cover in this video, go ahead and be sure to comment that below in the comment section. If you enjoyed that shit in this video right here, go ahead and smash that like button, share far and wide across social media. Also, if you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.